The Commission is conducting an investigation in loco at 4th Street, and so we are going to be giving you updates. My name is Leopold Mende. Thank you for watching newszimbabwe.com.
The banner is the other side. For His Excellency the President. It is not this side, but the market side. The banner, we would have to walk there, not from here. Can we see it?
From here we can't see it.
Okay.
From the other side we can see it.
Then inside here, then go into this vehicle here. This is a King Cab, virtually new here. And this vehicle is for one of our coordinators. I think he was here before you, Mr. Johnny. That's his vehicle. It was also bent. Yes, it was bent to ashes. Yes. We have another vehicle. That one wasn't completely bent out. It's not here. Where is that other vehicle? It went for repairs. Okay. This is not the vehicle. No, not this one. So this is the other vehicle which is known for repairs. So but this is the vehicle that we've just seen outside there. This was these are the vehicles outside here. This is the Fort Week. But when they got here, some of them were stoning the offices from this side, some from across the Jura wall. We'll go up into the offices, but essentially we cleaned up the offices. This happened a while ago. But the offices essentially were looking like this, inside these offices, with broken glasses, broken windows, all over. What really served the employees is that this is a solid structure with very small open windows. That is what served our staff members. There were how many in there? 18 staff members were on duty that day. I received a call from he is the PA, the provincial administrator. He then called me, a distress call. They were under attack. I came here. By the time I came here, members of the defense forces were already here. Had they not come, there would have been tragedy here. They would have been killed in these offices. It was only members of the army who were able to remove them, because we normally have 2 police officers who are up, who look after these premises. But they were overwhelmed. One of them ended up being in hospitalized, because he was stoned and he dropped the rifle that he was holding. And the other one ended up, I think, seeking refuge. So essentially, the police were not able to handle the situation. And then members of the army came in, and that's when they left this place. They dispersed from this place. So the windows and so on were prepared, but you will see, Your Excellency, if we go in there, that is cut.
So these are some of the vehicles which were destroyed on 1 August by protesters at the ZANU-PF headquarters.
Hey, please. No, it's okay. I'm okay.
Yeah, and this was
Okay, viewers, thank you for following newszimbabwe.com's live update of the Commission of Inquiry. We are at Harare, ZANU-PF's Harare headquarters, provincial headquarters along 4th Street, Simon Mzenda, where protesters are bent down 2 vehicles, a bus, and shattered some window panes. So we are giving you updates. Former South African President Halema Montlate and his commission are inside the building. We were just inside, but the space is now small. Excuse me. The space is now small, so we could not show you exactly what is happening inside. But this is the situation. This is a vehicle which was burnt on 1 August by protesters. The commission is trying to find out who did this, why they did it, and who led them to doing this. Also, it will be looking into the involvement of the army, the intervention of the army, whether it was necessary and to what degree it was necessary. This is another vehicle which was burnt down on 1 August. So, according to Masimirembwa, the national chairperson for Harare province, some protesters were from beyond the Jurao, whilst others were coming in from that other side, to my back. So they were throwing stones. They shattered window panes in that direction on the building, just by that side, and overpowered 2 police officers who are usually at this place, and one is said to have dropped a revolver in the ensuing melee. So this is it. We are at ZANU-PF's Harare headquarters along 4th Street, and the Commission of Inquiry is touring the place, the places where deaths were recorded, violence was recorded. My name is Leopold Mnende. Thank you for following newszimbabwe.com. And we are and we will continue giving you more updates as the day goes. At the present moment, we're waiting for the commission to exit the building. They are still inside. They were being shown the window panes, the new window panes, which replaced those ones which were shut by protesters. There's also a heavy presence, police presence currently. And obviously, youths. There is one who was about to question our presence at their offices, but I think he was assisted to understand the importance of media, especially at such occasions. So we're at Cresta Masasa, where we talked to a number of victims, relatives, and others who witnessed the 1 August shootings. We talked to Mr. Joao, who said that he's more worried about what will happen to the family which was left by his late brother, who was shot along. His brother was shot along at Copacabana along Jason Moore. So he's saying that his brother has left a 2-year-old daughter and a young wife, both of whom have to be taken care of, and he is trying, he's failing at the present moment, but he is trying his level best to take care of his late brother's family. That was Mr. Joao. We also talked to Islam. We talked to Islam of the Islam Matosi, an elections officer with the Movement for Democratic Change, then the Movement for Democratic Change Alliance, who witnessed some of the violence along 4th Street, where we are. Matosi said that he questioned the way in which the commission was operating. Instead of looking for the people who killed, the and whoever gave the directive for the army to intervene, he says that the commission seems to be looking for excuses. He rubbished the whole commission in his address to the commission, and said that some of the local members of the commission, Lavo Maduku, Charity Manyeruke, etc., do not deserve to be there because they are tainted. They were participants of the 30 July election, and some of them are ZANU-PF members. Maduku on 3 August was very clear. He blamed the Movement for Democratic Change Alliance for the violence witnessed on 1 August. The violence resulted in the death of 7 civilians, most of whom were shot in the back by the military. So this commission was set up by President Emmerson Mnangagwa to find out whoever was responsible for what happened, whoever pushed protesters onto the streets, whoever gave the directive for the army to shoot innocent civilians. So we are at Harare headquarters, ZANU-PF headquarters, where we are still waiting for former South African President Kgalema Motlanthe to leave. He has been invited to the ZANU-PF national provincial headquarters to do an investigation on site of what was just to get an understanding of what happened on 1 August.
This is where all the evidence is. That they have to spend time and they don't go.
Okay, that's a ZANU-PF bus which was banned by protesters on 1 August. It's one of the vehicles which was bent down by protesters on 1 August. So this is what The bus was burnt by protesters on 1 August. So this is some of the evidence which the Commission of Inquiry has come to see. And in other news, there was some clashes between police and vendors downtown. Also, a flea market has been destroyed by members of the police and city council just opposite Copacabana Rank.
Yeah, I'm the owner of that wonderful. On the stage, around 7:30, and I parked my car over there. And around lunch hour, I went to lunch. I left my car parked there, and I went to lunch over that building. When I was coming from lunch, that's when I saw that street that you are seeing. It was flooded with youth. They were chanting, singing, those youth. They were carrying handbags, they were carrying steel baskets with stones. And I was afraid, what's going on? And then that's when I heard other young guys running, chanting that we are going to burn the bus that was there. And they went inside the bar. And then I feared of my life. Then I went using that road that is negative. And then I went to that opening. I started to watch things happening. My car was there and cars were parked there. And when the police van came, the rioters stopped storming this place. They stopped catching stones at everything that was happening. They paved way for the police officer. The van of the police officer parked over there at that entrance. When they parked over there at the entrance, that's when I felt that there is now peace. Let me rush to the police, where the police van is, so that I can take refuge. When I went to the police van, on the side of the police van, that's when one of the police officers come out from the front of the van. And then he went on top of the vehicle. And then he opened his arms, telling the supporters and the people and the hooligans who were out there that take it low. And in Zimbabwe, whenever you say take it low, opening your palms, that's a symbol of a certain political party. And all of a sudden, the rioters became more violent, everything erupted. And when that time, that car was stoned, I think 5 stones only. The rest of them, they were not yet destroyed. There was no bus that was burned except, there was no car that was burned except with those cars inside. So later on, I was identified by Jim Kunaka, Majoni, and Magubu, who were there. I saw them there. Those guys, they identified me as a worker. So I had to rush, because when they said he works here, I had to run and I took refugees inside. And that's when someone would take my car, personal car, without anything, without party regalia, without even a portrait of the president. Where's a Honda Fit? Where's, and for my own information, these guys, they would know who works here and who doesn't work. But there were many cars that were parked there. But they selected a few individuals that they know they work here. And they burned those cars. So to me, I'm surprised my car is still there. Who is going to, I'm a young man, I have a family, I need to live. I'm earning a living. But look, they have killed me. Thank you, President.
How did they drive without the vehicle? They push it?
No, they didn't push it. It's not the only car that they started. I don't know how these hooligans managed to start our cars, because we had our keys. If you look at that car, there is still an evidence over that car at the, I think it's the left door. You see, there's a dent. There's another car that they started and they hid it there. They wanted it to hit that car until it burned, but it didn't burn completely. We managed to extinguish the fire. And my car was started. And when we were watching over that window, these hooligans, it means they are trained personnel. Because what they did, they parked my car, he drove it and he parked it facing the building. When it faced the building, he put it on the stones. And the car was revving, highly revs. And all of a sudden, they opened the tank of the car. They put fire in the tank. That's when the car jumped over there. That's what they did. And it means these people are well-trained individuals, are well-trained hooligans. Okay, thank you.
Did you come to the commission? Did you come? Yeah. Okay, so this is it. The commission has just completed its tour of some of the scenes of the 1 August violence. It was at ZANU-PF's Harare province headquarters, where there are 3 burnt cars and no, in fact there are about 5 burnt cars and a bus. We had the owner of this Honda Fit, which was giving us a rough description of what exactly happened to his car specifically. As you can see, the tree eventually went down. So, okay, my name is Leopold Munende. Thank you for following newsbible.com's live coverage of the Commissioner's visit to 4th Street. I am now going to cut the live stream. For more details on the current proceedings by the Commission of Inquiry, you can visit our website www.newzimbabwe.com. Thank you so much.